This is Agent X. There was a strange report earlier this morning. Between 9:30 and 10 a.m. there was a spike in Litecoin because of news that Walmart and Litecoin were working together. You'd be able to use Litecoin to purchase merchandise at Walmart. However, this was found out to be false. The news came from globenewswire.com. If you ever go to the site, you'll see at the top left, we have Intrado is the company that sponsors this website. Most of the noise on crypto Twitter is talking strangely about Litecoin now. They're talking down about it. Most of Bitcoin and Ethereum maxis are also talking about Litecoin in a bad way, but honestly, this is all just noise. Pay attention. If you go to the site, again, top left, you'll see Intrado. You go on down, you see things like press release distribution services. There's a newsroom, and it's talking about multimedia content, media reach, strange news. It's all general. The target seems to be investors and other media companies, and down here at the bottom, the About Us describes it. Globe Newswire is one of the world's largest newswire distribution networks, specializing in the delivery of corporate press releases, financial disclosures, and multimedia content to media, investors, and consumers worldwide. Well, I have a sure bet that they're not necessarily targeting consumers as much as they're targeting the media and investors. These people most likely sell the news. They have no intent on actually concerning themselves with the consumers. If anything, they're in cahoots with whatever company helps them sell the news. Someone made money in this quick, random move this morning on September 13th. But here on Twitter, you'll see, once you hit the Twitter, you skip past the fact that it's Globe Newswire and it turns into Intrado Digital Media, powering mission-critical communications for IR, PR, marketing, whatever. What you start to realize immediately is that this company has nothing to do with cryptocurrency whatsoever. Anyone who's talked about any of this news as if it was actually substantial is wasting their time. Once you realize that they're just being played, it's all noise once again. So this is what the Twitter looks like. You can see certain tweets have nothing to do with anything realistic. It's not down to earth, really. There are live panels, retweeting things about data, collecting data, analysis. Nothing is interesting here. Leveraging data, marketing. Cryptocurrency isn't about this. But here's who they follow. It also appears not to be so interesting. You have presidents, you have content marketers, communications. They're following news. They're following NASDAQ. Now, this was actually something substantial. The fact that they're following NASDAQ actually stands out to me. They're the ones who affected the stock market. They're the ones who caused the price of Litecoin to jump as high as it did before it fell right back down to its stable number of 178 for the day. So, again, back on the site, you'll see how it talks about media, investors, and consumers, but media and investors is most likely talking about NASDAQ and Wall Street. As we continue, you have Ragon. Not many actual names. Nothing stands out here. There's nothing substantial you'll see. But it's typically about content, writers, news, media, adage, whatever that is. The following of more of their own sites, Intrado Healthcare, schools, corporations, safety, Adobe. So here's the one that made me laugh. So at the end of all this, they're talking about Adobe. You're following Adobe. There was such a lack of an effort. This is what I see. There's such a lack of effort in being substantial, let alone offering substantial news to Twitter, to crypto Twitter, the one who has been heavily affected. Honestly, we're reacting and we're running around being splayed and put on display. We look like fools right now, honestly. We're having crypto Twitter get bumped by an unknown shadow media company that was most likely paid off through the back end of some closed deal that we have nothing to do with. We're wasting our time. We have nothing to do here. The page is a waste of time. This media site is a waste of time. We don't have to look at this. My projection for the future of Litecoin is that slowly there will be an increase in the stock, in the coin, the token. Surely this gains attention for Litecoin. Bitcoin and Ethereum have had their time. Not that it's over, but that most people are looking for new ways to make money and not necessarily support the projects. But this will help Litecoin gain traction, as far as I can understand. Whether or not they actually make something of this is up to Litecoin. However, I suppose we should all give some thanks for Globe News, Wire, whatever it's unsubstantial, so it doesn't matter. But we should give some thanks to the fact that they have given Litecoin a bit of a greater name. However, on the flip side, the fact that we are allowing Litecoin to make this much noise based off of an unsubstantial website, that kind of leaves a whole lot of room to be desired. But those are my projections. Agent X, out.